Welcome back to the Prompt Challenge, where I take a quote from a fictional book I've read this year and use it as inspiration and writing practice. Today we have a quote from The Keeper of Lost Things, and it reads, "A hush is a dangerous thing. Silence is solid and dependable, but a hush is expectant, like a pregnant pause that invites mischief like a loose thread begging to be pulled." This time I haven't used the quote in its entirety, but throughout you'll see where I've pulled bits and pieces from it. She heard someone shushing the people on the other side of the door, and a smile worked its way onto her pencil-thin lips. They thought that a hush would help them. Hide them, maybe? Or even tell them what dangers lay on the other side of the wall. Naive, lawful, rule-abiding citizens. Predictable and foolish. She worked best in silence. It opened up the space like a curtain, ready to invite her mischief in. Her slippers glided across the polished wood floor. She really did owe sorry. The craftsmanship was perfect, of course, but their performance was quickly paying for itself. As she reached the sideboard, Mira ran her fingers behind the frame on the wall, feeling for the fastenings. Deftly, her fingers dislodged them as they grazed past, allowing her to have it off the wall and flipped in one smooth gesture. But the frame wasn't what she'd come for. The painting was where the money lay. Unfortunately for them, the current owners hadn't put any decent money down for a full restoration. Some amateur had glued on extra edging around the perimeter to make their life easy, attaching it to the frame, and, luckily for her, it made her life easy as well. 4 simple strokes of a penknife later, and it was free and clear of the bulky wood. A hiccuped cry came from the door again, and she rolled her eyes. Where she'd gotten the reputation of being a violent criminal, she had no idea. They'd sit there in silence for who knows how long before finally venturing out to find everything in its place, with the exception of the painting, of course. And that was how she always left it. Even when the braggarts left crystals and gems lying around in the most swipeable of places. But in and out was how she liked it, and it's how her brother had taught her. Getting distracted gets you caught, he'd say. And that's why, after only 3 minutes on the property, she had the painting rolled, stowed, and was on her way out. And then a creak broke into the silent space. Mira turned to see a large, bulking shape ascending the steps, and sighed. This was probably why her reputation had taken a bloody turn. This idiot trying to take her jobs and leaving an outright mess behind him. Before he had a chance to spot her in the shadows, she slipped into a bedroom, out a window, and down a trellis on the street, where subtle noises all around her put Mira on edge. This was not her element. She started to step forward when she heard the sob from inside. No doubt caused by the muscle man inside, trying to learn what the painting was. Mira hesitated for a moment, the foot caught in the air while she ran the possibilities through her mind. But she ended at the same conclusion she always did. She wasn't responsible for others' actions. She couldn't stop what was happening now any more than she could have stopped her brother all those years ago. Her feet, suddenly heavy, plodded their way down the street. If you wrote anything for this prompt, go ahead and leave it in the comments below and join in on the fun of the prompt.